Okay, Sagittarius. Well, it's really heavily focused on this Emperor energy as I feel it. These two together are just really drawing my attention. So there's this idea. So this could be an individual, Sagittarius, but if it's not an individual, it's just this energy of being very structured. Someone, I say someone if it's an individual, someone who's very firm, has a very firm hand, who knows himself, who isn't necessarily the most flexible person, but who's always there. You know, they might be a little bit on the side of what we might think of as being harsh, but it's not because they don't have a warm and loving heart. It's just the way that they go about their business, even in love, right? But if it's not an individual, it really is about you creating more structure, more of a sense of security, more a sense of foundation that you want to build upon is how it feels to me, especially because it's right next to this ace. And for me, they're very much connected here. You want to create that structure, that foundation, because what's happening is there's this new consciousness coming in for you around love, a new idea, a new beginning. You're cutting through. There's all this potential for this new idea to be really exciting, really provide a lot more clarity for you, Sag. It's like I want to say like an epiphany in some ways. And you're like, I get it. You know, I've created this new foundation, this structure. And with this, something new can be born from it. You know, it's really nice. And then we have this Princess of Autumn, which is, so you have this new idea, this new consciousness coming in, and you want to take action upon them. But you're also kind of feeling like, I'm not sure if I'm really quite ready. Maybe I should do a little bit more research here. And we're talking about love, Sag. So think about how this plays out in your life in terms of your romance, right? Because even if you're coupled or single, these energies present themselves. And it could just be, if you are, like, say you're married or you're in a couple, it could just be that this energy of being very structured, this firm foundation, someone who doesn't suffer fools gladly, there's an expression, is very strong during this time period. And it could just be you or your partner just kind of digging their heels in a little bit and saying, no, you know, we really need to do this and this and this before we do this. It's that kind of energy here. And but because of that strength and that sense of security, this new thing comes in, this new idea, new energy between the two of you are coupled. And if you're single, it's a new idea, a new clearer way of going forward in love. And you want to take action upon it, but you want to do a little bit more research. You want to make sure you're really clear and you have the foundations in place before you leap into anything. You're not really leaping into anything here with that Princess of Energy, Sag. And so just beneath the Emperor energy, we have the honeymoon energy. For some of you, it could be that you're coming back from a honeymoon, is how it feels. But for some of you, it could just be a time of quiet contemplation. If you're coupled, you could take a trip together, a very kind of quiet trip. But I feel like for many of you, it's more about going within. You're wanting to create an even stronger sense of self, or even stronger foundation within your relationship or just in love. But in order to do so, you've got to have some time to think, right? Some meditation time, some time for reflection and contemplation. But from that, so because you want to be strong in your sense of self, so you're not giving yourself away in any relationship. And with that comes this new idea, this new way of like, I get it. Like, this is how I want to be. This is what I really want. I thought I wanted this other thing, but what I really want is this. And you're getting clearer because you're creating more of a structure for yourself, and you're doing that with some quiet contemplation, either a trip or just going within is how it can manifest. Again, these are energies that we're talking about, Sagittarius, and the energies will manifest in different ways for everyone based on their unique set of circumstances and their the unique way that we're all that we all express ourselves energetically. So just bear that in mind. But right in the center, underneath this Ace of Winter, we have the Healing Family Issues card. And so this new way of thinking offers the availability of more healing, more forgiveness within self, and more forgiveness towards your family of origin. It says your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. And it's such a gift to be able to forgive someone, because first and foremost, anytime we hang on to anger or resentment, it's actually a gift to ourselves, because it just drains us energetically, hanging on to things that just really aren't going to serve you as you move forward. opening your heart, allowing that people, especially our parents, are just that. They're just people doing the best that they could, given their own upbringing, given their own worries and fears and limitations and all of that. And the more that you're able to kind of open your heart and have a new way of looking at them, it will just benefit you and open you up even more. Open up your energetic field to love in different ways, in more expansive ways that allows more love, which is ultimately what we all are wanting, right? We want to reveal more and more love from self. And doing so, just remember, this is a card of like, hello, don't forget, like no matter what is happening for love, no matter whether you're coupled or not, divine timing is at work in your love life. Whatever you've been working on, it is worth waiting for. Because even when we're coupled, there's always room for growth. There's always little things that we want to change in ourselves and within the relationship. And so just know that everything you've been working on is indeed going to come to fruition. It just takes a little time sometimes. And that really is what this Princess of Autumn is about, because she's not doing anything in a hurry. Here, as I mentioned already, she's not leaping forward. And that's because things happen at the right time, even when we can't see it. We get very eager for things to move along, especially when we have something new coming in, the potential for a great idea to be implemented, new consciousness around something. Sometimes we get overly eager, but you remember that there's a time and a place for everything. There's a season to everything, Sag, is kind of what we're being asked to consider here. And then we have this Four of Cups energy down in the area of physical intimacy. And it may be a little bit that you're feeling a little bored in love, bored between the sheets. You're looking for something a little different. Maybe you're not really, you're taking your partner for granted if you are coupled already, or maybe they're taking you for granted. Either way, forgive yourself and forgive them for the energies that are existing between the two of you right now, or just by yourself if you're single. But it's okay to recognize the energies and to forgive yourself if you're beating yourself up about them or mad at your partner about them. But then, offer some forgiveness, and then with that forgiveness comes the healing, and then comes the ability to create change around it. Maybe you've been a little inflexible in the bedroom, or maybe your partner has, or maybe your heart hasn't been open enough, or theirs. So just allow yourself a little bit of flexibility in this in the bedroom, because no one likes to be feeling as though they're being taken for granted, or that they're boring their partner. And if you are single and you're bored and you're not having the physical intimacy that you want, then it's okay. Go ahead and begin to take some actions in a way that makes sense for you. You're doing a little bit of research here. You're not going to run off and do anything crazy, but you're during this time period. But if you are single and you're bored and you're not having sexual partners, then you can do a little research. Maybe go online and say, is this what I want to do? Do I want to do online dating, or do I want to learn something new? Do I want to take surfing lessons, or whatever it is that strikes your fancy? Because remember, when you're doing something that fulfills something in you that you're excited about, that's usually when you meet people. If you're single, it's like not usually when you're seeking someone. You're like, I need to find someone in order to fulfill something within myself. It's a big message coming in here for you, Sag, that the more that you do the things that make you happy, that you're excited about, the more that you're open and fascinated by your own life, your own sense of self and expression and essence, then that's when other people find you romantically attractive, because you're already all fired up about something, and that just makes you interesting and approachable. So let me go ahead, and also I want to let you know that I did turn the deck over just to see what the underlying energy was. And we have the Nine of Autumn, which is an energy of taking good care of yourself, but being very abundant, but often abundantly alone, which makes sense with this energy here. I'm just not feeling a lot of even though there are some cards here with individuals on them, I'm not feeling a lot of people involved, funnily enough, strangely enough. I don't know why. And it may be because of this underlying energy. And it may be an energy that's from the past that's still lingering. For some of you, there may be quite a few people, because there are quite a few. There's a princess, there's an emperor, there's a bunch of people in the healing family issues and all of this. But for some of you, I really do feel strongly that it's just a time to spend alone, to do what you want to do, to honor yourself, to take care of yourself, to pamper yourself. It's the energy I feel here for you, Sagittarius. Okay, nice. Happy surprise. Something very good is about to happen. Yay! I love that for you, Sagittarius. That's so sweet. So that's really important to remember that, a lot of times when we get caught up in our thoughts, we always think of the negative things. But remember, there's always so many wonderful things that can happen. And so keeping yourself open like that, it's really increases your frequency, your vibratory, the vibration that you're emanating at. And so keeping that sense of, at any moment, some wonderful surprise could come in. It makes it much more likely for that surprise to come in because you're more open to all the different ways it could. So anyway, I hope you find that helpful, Sagittarius. I wish you much love as always, and I will see you on the next video or your private reading. Till then.